Linwood Barclay, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Un grand merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation de la Fringale Culturelle, c'est un plaisir de vous rencontrer. Vous publiez en grand format aux éditions Belfond Noir La fille dans le rétroviseur. Je souhaiterais que vous nous expliquiez comment est née cette histoire.
That novel, I started thinking about this whole business of hitchhiking and how there have been a lot of movies, a lot of stories about hitchhikers as a kind of jumping off point for a thriller. And I thought, what could you do with that was a little bit different? And I came up with the idea of, what if the hitchhiker that you first picked up was not the same hitchhiker that you dropped off, that somehow something happened during the course of this ride that was unlike anything else that had happened in any kind of a hitchhiking story.
Alors effectivement, vous proposez des jeunes filles qui se volatilisent, des flics hors la loi, une mère qui reproduit sans cesse le portrait de son fils disparu. Vous aimez vous amuser avec le lecteur en lui proposant des fausses pistes de façon à le perdre, mais à la fin, évidemment, le puzzle se reconstitue. Dans votre écriture, vous êtes un joueur avec le lecteur.
I think some of the things that I do when I'm writing a story, I'm consciously trying to make it work. Other things just happen at an unconscious level. And I think what I try to do as the story unfolds and the things happen with the characters is I'm always looking for a way to surprise the reader. And I think the way I try to do that is to surprise myself. What can I do as I come to the end of a chapter? What can I do that makes you want to go to the next chapter? How can I make this chapter end in a way that you didn't expect it that it would, or that I expected that it would? So it's always trying to find, there are little surprises throughout a book and then there are some big surprises. But a lot of times it's the little surprises that keep the momentum going.
Dans votre façon de travailler en tant qu'écrivain, est-ce que justement pour vous-même surprendre les lecteurs et vous-même être surpris, vous travaillez en vous mettant en danger sans forcément faire de plan et en essayant d'avancer pas à pas?
Before I start writing a novel, I need what I would call the hook to get the reader in, which in this case would be the hitchhiker who, starts off as one person and becomes another. And also before I begin writing, I like to know what set of circumstances made that event happen. And I like to know where I'm going to end up. I like to know what the end of the story is going to be. But the whole middle of the story, so much of what's in the middle, I do have a basic plan, but I don't see the opportunities that exist in the novel until I get into it. And then I'm thinking, well, I want to start here and end up here, but I can have all these little side trips. I can do all these other little things along the way, and then still return to that midpoint that takes me to the end.